Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my show. And my name is Michael Tran, and today we'll be talking about the 2026 midterm election. As you know, South Carolina is a reliable red state, and normally it doesn't catch the national spotlight during the every elections. But in 2026, things may change because not because of the Democrats are growing over there, but there is a movement by the MAGA and the grassroots to change their voice in D.C. And as you know, for U.S. Senate races in 26, the incumbent Senator Lindsey Graham, who has been in D.C. for 32 years, is running for re-election. But right now, people want to change, and and it is right now a hotly contesting primary fight over there. And today we have a great honor and the opportunity to welcome a candidate who is fighting for the MAGA movement there and hoping to primary Senator Lindsey Graham. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mark Lynch, the candidate for Republican nomination for U.S. Senate in South Carolina. Mr. Lynch, welcome and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Michael. It's an honor to be on your show.
Thank you very much for you accepting my invitation. You replied to my email really quick, and thank you for your team for this quick response. Mr. Lynch, could you make a quick introduction about you and the reason you run for U.S. Senate, sir?
Sure. Yeah, I'm Mark Lynch. I'm from Greenville, South Carolina. I've lived in the state my whole life. I was saved at 11 years old, went to the University of South Carolina, came home, started working with my dad, as I had been all my life off and on, in our family appliance and furniture business. I bought the business in 1983, and in the last 40 plus years of my tenure running the company, we've grown the business 35 times from the level it was at when I first took it over. We've gone from 5 employees to 110. We went from a 3,200 to a 132,000 square foot facility serving the upstate with great service and pricing for our customers. We've been debt free since 1999, personally and corporately in our business. And having met a gentleman named John Guandolo back in the day, who was running national security, fighting communism and the Islamic threat in America, working alongside our Homeland Security Director, Philip Haney, and running the anti-terrorism division of the FBI for 13 years. I hooked up with him and became a chairman of his board, and we've been working together ever since, and giving presentations and training our law enforcement across the state for years. I was asked to run for a state Senate position back in 2020, and I almost won. I lost by 5%, and having met a lot of people back then in legislature and across the state, serving our communities with our United Patriots Alliance organization that we formed, fighting to get the bad people out of Congress and get good people in, and educating the public on the Constitution, I was asked to run to take Lindsey Graham out. So we're committed. We've put $5 million of our own money in. My wife and I prayed about that, and we seeded our campaign with our own retirement money to show people we're serious about this campaign. Because Lindsey's a traitor. We've got his voting record right here. His lifetime voting record constitutionally is 57%. He's failing in every scorecard. The public can go look up and see how he's voted. You know, and it's interesting, when we first started, Breitbart news organization contacted us back in March, because we filed at the end of February to run. And they asked, they didn't know what was going on, but they had never seen Lindsey move to the right this early in a campaign. And we gave them the article from the Obama administration when his chief pollster, Paul Harstad, was in conversation, in a private email conversation with John Podesta, and the bottom line of the communication was they knew that Lindsey Graham would be the greatest ally to the Democrat Party, because that's who he is, and his voting record proves it. So we've got to get rid of him and get a true conservative, Christian, successful businessman in office like Trump, and get rid of Lindsey, who's a career politician of 30 years.
Wow, thank you, sir. And I really appreciate when you put your $5 million in your retirement to run against Senator Graham. And you were a very successful businessman, and you make a profit for your company in a very short time. So you're talented, sir. And we need more business people in the United States Senate, because right now our country is going bankrupt with the $37 trillion debt, and people like Lindsey Graham don't wanna cut that debt. They just wanna make it bigger and bigger through the. Right now we are in the late of August, and then when they come back in September, there would be another omnibus bill with trillions of dollars too. So I really appreciate your fight, and I believe that you know how to really doge our government, because right now I only see that President Trump he's doing very good with doge, but only in the executive branch. We need also those in the legislative branch and the judicial branch. Thank you very much, sir.
That's exactly right.
Yes, thank you very much, sir. And when you said that you ran for state senate in 2020, and a lot of people asked you to run for U.S. Senate this time. So and then you had to. I'm sure that you had to do the homework before deciding to run. How do you see the grassroots over there? Are they willing to make a change this time and vote for you to primary Senator Graham?
Yes, our current polling that we did a couple of months ago tells us that 57% of South Carolinians will never vote for Lindsey Graham again, even though Trump has endorsed him. And everybody's asking, why would he do that? We have a lean Senate majority, and Trump's a smart businessman, and he knows how to win. So he's just using Lindsey Graham again right now because he needs his votes in a lean Senate majority. But South Carolinians all across the polls and all across social media has said that Trump's endorsement won't save Lindsey this time. They're all tired of him because he's betraying us in South Carolina. He's not America first. He's all about starting more wars and keeping wars going. He's been over in the Ukraine trying to work with Zelensky, and Trump even called him out on it and said, you better watch out and watch your mouth, what you're saying over there to Zelensky. You're showing that video right now, and
yes.
He's not the Secretary of State. He's out of bounds, keeping endless wars going, getting our youth killed in wars that are not good for America. You know, we can't keep doing that. People are tired of that too. One of the things when I get in is, you know, we will work through the biblical values from God and make decisions based on that, and then the filter of the Constitution to make a decision about going to war or create a new bill. And one of my initial things I'll do when I get there is create a Senate subcommittee to vet any new bills that are coming out. If it's an un-American activity, if it's not for America first, and it doesn't get through the biblical principles from God in our Constitution, that bill will die right there. We can't keep creating new bills and putting more inflation in with all these unconstitutional agencies that we've allowed to be formed by our legislature that's worked way outside of their enumerated powers, and they're violating the laws of our land, of the Constitution. We've got to end that and bring back good common sense decisions that are based on God's word and the Constitution.
Wow, thank you very much. And those bill, I believe that those bills, the proposed bills, will get the big grassroots support because all they're talking about right now is how to cut the debts, how to cut the spending, and I know a lot of people are disappointed right now because we haven't seen much. And we just got a resistance package, the first one with $9 billion, and that's it. And we haven't heard anything
Yeah.
about anything else. But you are right. You are absolutely right. And the people, I know a lot of people, they don't know why President Trump endorsed Senator Graham, but you got a great explanation. You got a great answer for it. And I also want you to take a look at this. This graphic here. We got it from Craig Kaplan, the great reporter from C-SPAN. This is the assignments for chairmanship for U.S. Senate in December 2024, after the election, the victory of President Trump. And you see here they put the quote-unquote rhinos and the uniparty, the establishment senators to chair the important committees. And they put Lindsey Graham in, you can see here, the budget committee. And people are talking about the budget, and he is the chairman of the budget committee. And he might block President Trump's proposals to cut spending or President Trump's nominees. That's why they set up, DC set up a fight against President Trump right after the 2024 election. So he had no choice. He has no choice but endorsing Lindsey Graham. And you also see here there is another senator who voted to convict President Trump in 2021, Bill Cassidy, and they put him chair of the Health Committee. That's why right now President Trump hasn't spoken out against him or endorsing another candidate to primary him, because they put those people in the chairmanship positions. They wanted to tie President Trump's hand and not to give him 100% power to do everything that the MAGA movement wants him to do the mandate that the people gave to him in the 2024 election. I thank you for that explanation, sir. And I also want to give you another poll here from Qantas Insight. Is back in June that only 34% people in of the polls, the survey people wanted Lindsey Graham. 45% want another challenger, and 21% is undecided. So I think if you could take advantage of this 21% of undecided and the 45% who want a challenger, you secure your nomination, sir. And can I ask you more about how your campaign is going, how how you build the momentum, and how can you
Yes.
go further than that?
Yes. Well, our TV commercials have started. There's a second new TV commercial coming out. That's the first one there you're showing.
Yes.
And everybody can go to lynch4senate.com to see our commercials, and go to X to Mark Lynch SC and see our commercials and our comments that we post daily. But people are ready for somebody to truly close the border. You know, Lindsey's, one of his nicknames is Gramnesty, because he's for amnesty of all the illegal terrorists and illegal aliens that have walked into our country the last 15 years. It's just horrible. We've got a major problem that we have to deal with, and I'm so happy Tom Homan's back involved helping President Trump get rid of these illegal aliens and terrorists, enemies of our nation that have come in. And Lindsey's been a big part of that. And that's not honoring his oath as a senator for the United States to defend against foreign or domestic enemies when he's helped that situation become as big of a problem as it is. We've got a lot of work to do to get the safety of our nation back, and purify our land, and make sure there's true American families here and not terrorists. You know, the other thing that came up recently is he was working in Greenville just a couple of weeks, and Pam Bondi came into Anderson to talk about it, about 287G. That's a program that's been available for 29 years. Since 1996, that program came out, and it's a program to help deputize local police deputies and sheriff deputies and get them trained on becoming additional agents for ICE, our Immigration and Customs Enforcement agencies, so that they can be trained on how to find, arrest, detain, and deport illegal aliens. But we haven't talked about that till just a couple of weeks ago, and it's been around for 29 years. And our sheriffs and our police departments have had their hands tied and haven't had the funding and support to help the illegal alien problems that we've had, with unmarked buses bringing 50 and 100 in to several locations every week, twice a week, to gas stations and dropping off illegal aliens in our country. So, you know, he hasn't done his job, and we need somebody like me that's a go-getter, that is a true conservative, that has a backbone, that'll stand up to this evil and bring back true U.S. Senate America First policies to our country.
Thank you, sir. And speaking about the support, the thing that you just said, that the police forces to help with the immigration enforcement, we all see that since President Trump took office and then he took executive action and signed executive orders, they got blocked by radical judges, and they and they were appointed by Biden or Obama. And speaking about that, I would like to show you a graphic that Lindsey Graham, he confirmed 158 over 232 Biden judges. That's why he said that he was a good friend of Joe Biden, and he defended Biden in the document case when Robert Hur, the special counsel, investigated him, and he defended Biden. So I think that the people or the voters in South Carolina should know more about this. Know about, like, they get mad. When they get mad about a judge blocking President Trump's agenda, we should tell them that Lindsey Graham confirmed this judge or that judge. I make the study, and a majority of judges who block President Trump's agenda were confirmed by Lindsey Graham, even in tight votes. For like 52 or 53, he got that yay. He got that yay.
Yeah.
And if that judge was not confirmed by Lindsey Graham, he or she was confirmed by unanimous consent. So the problem is the uni party, and we need
Michael, that work you did, that is invaluable to educate people, because the truth is in the voting records.
Yes.
And he's voting with the Democrats on everything he does.
Yes.
Just like Obama's inter correspondence email we sent out to Breitbart and published, they all knew Lindsey's the greatest ally to the Democrat Party. And that right there, and his 57% below passing voting grade, proves who he is. He's a traitor.
Yes, and
we've got an opportunity right now, because people are tired of it. People have gone through enough pain in this country, and we've got to get these enemies out of Congress and get our own America First people back in charge of running our government, so that we can honor we the people that we serve. Lindsey's in it for himself. He's making millions of dollars with these wars. And when Elon Musk came out with all of the abuse and waste and fraud in the USAID organization that Lindsey's a board member of, and he's handling all that, and he's handling our budget. We don't need that kind of guy that's a traitor, this destroying America, overseeing our budget in this country.
Yes.
And you just pointed out how he voted for all the wrong judges, and that's horrible.
Yes, it really is. And we understand President Trump's strategy in endorsing him. Maybe he thinks that, oh, Lindsey Graham's votes with him when he is there. But what about when he's not there? We got 4 years under Biden, and we saw all of this. And to my audience, if Lindsey Graham wins in 2026, President Trump only has 2 more years, but he has 6 years Lindsey Graham has 6 years, and that is President Trump 2 years plus a four-year term of President Trump's successor. Who knows what's gonna happen? So, and talking about the funding for the campaign, you may be you will have to spend a lot of money to run ads, because the Republican leadership, the Senate leadership, and the NRSC, they will come to the fight to help Lindsey Graham. And Lindsey Graham, he hired President Trump's staffers. And when you run in South Carolina, a red state, and you got to hire President Trump's staffer to run your campaign, it means that you're not in a good shape. But they will spend a heck of a money to save him. So, do you have any strategy to use your money smartly to fight against him?
Oh, absolutely. We're just designing more social stuff before I came on your show today. And again, thank you for having me on. No, we have a committed plan with our marketing. I'm an advertising major out of college, and so I've grown our business with the knowledge I have in marketing and advertising. And we've got, as you've seen, the TV commercials are spot on. They're very high quality, and we've got a door knocking campaign that's being established. We've got all of our signage designed for yard signs. We're going to start distributing those. We bought a Sprinter van, and our team is, last week we were out 4 nights late, Monday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, getting home at midnight, 1 in the morning, campaigning all over the state, and we're winning, Michael. People are hearing our message. They're ready for truth. They're tired of being deceived. We are a red state, we think, until we see how Lindsey and the people in Congress and even in our state legislature are not voting correctly. And we've got to expose that and get everybody educated so that we can get past the lying and the stealing of our country, the selling of our land to communist nations, all of the trillions of dollars of waste and inflation. People are tired of it. And I'm so thankful that we're bringing American jobs back. These tariffs are helping. We saw that happen in our industry back in the day when we lost a lot of American manufacturers in the TV industry, and we've lost it in our textiles, and we've lost it in our appliance industry. It's time to bring the factories back here, hire American workers again, and make quality products and boost our economy with Americans working, not selling out all of our industries overseas like Lindsey's been a part of. He hadn't helped any of it. He's not America first. So we've got a great opportunity now and to help get a guy like me in, and I need your prayers. We need donations. We need people to go to lynchforsenate.com and sign up to help our campaign team, and tell all your friends about us. Spread the word. Word of mouth is the greatest advertiser. We can go through our phones and just contact all of our friends and talk about our campaign and get us out there so people can find us and vet us and trust that I'm a good candidate. I'm here to serve the people of South Carolina with a true conservative stance in the United States Senate.
Thank you, sir. And to my audience, I thank you for your support through Super Chat and all of these things. But right now, I need you to save that money and go to lynchforsenate.com and make a donation to Mr. Lynch, because your donation will help him with his budget right now, and he needs to get a lot of money to run ads in the future. When we get closer to the primary, things going to be harder every day, and I hope that you get more donors, not only from my channel but also from everybody, because they can share our interview to everybody else, and then they can get in, and then they can contact with you, they can interact with you through social media. And this is the ad from Mr. Lynch account here, X account, Mark Lynch. It is very easy. You can go on X and you can go to Facebook or even YouTube to see him sending the message. And I need you to support him with everything that you can, with the money or the vote if you're in South Carolina, or if you know someone in South Carolina, tell them that how bad Lindsey Graham is and how good Mr. Lynch is, and vote for him in the primary. And Mr. Lynch, when is the primary next year? The date for it?
June. Yes, that's a great question.
Yes.
Everybody has to remember that's the most important vote is June 9th. That's who determines your Republican candidate will be to go to the general election in November. So don't miss the primary. That's the most important one, and it's June 9th.
Yep. Thank you, sir. So for South Carolinians, remember June 9th is the primary date, and make sure you register to vote before you cast your ballot. To send a message to DC, and don't let DC pick your senator. You in South Carolina pick your senator. Once again, Mr. Lynch, thank you very much for your time, and we appreciate your inspiration and your passion to help our country. We welcome everyone to our channel, but today marks the first time the Vietnamese MAGAs can get a chance to know you. Thank you very much, sir, and I pray all the best to your campaign, and we believe in the providence and the love, the grace of God for this America.
Amen.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. It's an honor, and thank you for what you're doing. This is great work y'all are doing, and I appreciate all the sacrifice and hard work y'all have put in to help and save this state and this country. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, and Godspeed. And to my audience, thank you again for your time today, and I hope that you will support Mr. Lynch. He's a real deal for United States Senate, and especially if you want to retire Senator Lindsey Graham, this is your chance. Right now, we have like 10 more months, 10 months to go, or you want to spend another 6 years with Lindsey Graham. The decision is yours.
Fight.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Fight, fight, fight. Thank you.
Yes.